Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to box effectively in UFC 5. So in the first fight, we're going to be using Max Holloway here up against Conor McGregor. Now here, we don't really want to be fighting off at too much range, just because Conor is going to be the faster fighter in this matchup, as well as he's going to have more power. And he's going to be the longer fighter as well. So we're going to have to take some risks when we get into the pocket. So here we're playing a little bit of footsies. You notice we're not over committing on pressure yet. We're just seeing what my opponent is throwing, as well as trying to get a good feel for his timing. And then we're mixing it up to the body, then to the head, hit him with a nice 4-punch combination that broke through the block. And now I notice right here that he is fighting pretty much at a normal rhythm that you would see in UFC 5. He's kind of waiting for his turn, then taking his turn. So that means we can potentially interrupt him either with a counter, or we can kind of just throw an offbeat combination and catch him. So here we're kind of crowding him up against the fence. He did a good job of major lunging away. But we're circling with the good footwork that Max has out of the pocket when we feel danger is coming back. So right there we broke through the block with a nice jab, lead hook, rear uppercut combination. Still just playing it patient. Pressuring forward, hit him right there with a nice jab hook. Feigning the jab off, catch him right there with a cleanly timed straight. And now notice how he's pretty much reacting every single time we get into the pocket. Every single time we enter into the danger zone, as we would like to call it, inside the pocket, he's either slipping or he's trying to pop off a jab straight. Right there, we were able to duck underneath that hook. And so with him reacting like that, it's gonna open up opportunities for countering for us, as well as to interrupt him with strikes as well. So here we popped off that nice 3-punch combination. He threw out a nice body kick. Now we're putting a little more pressure on him. Catch him right there with a clean 3-piece. And now that we got the timing down and the distance management, now we can work on just getting those combinations in, like right there. Just landing a lot more, and then we drop him right there with a clean straight lead hook. Starting to apply a little bit more pressure as we pull countered the straight. And you could tell he's feeling the pressure at this point. But now we're going to start working the body as well, because that's an option too. Because we've done so much damage up top as we crack him with a nice slip straight. Hit him with a clean slip uppercut. Go to the body twice. Breaking the block down little by little, but mixing it up, putting him in a blender. And now he's in all sorts of trouble right here because he's trying to bobblehead. Have him up against the fence right here. Going for the buzzer-beating KO. And we get it done with Max Holloway. And that's how you want to box in UFC 5 right there. Perfect illustration of what it looks like when it is effective. But let's go ahead and jump into the second fight that I have for you guys here. And now we are using Diaz going up against Jorge Masvidal. Now, I wanted to use a different fighter for the second fight, because I want to show you guys that it's not just based off of fighter stats. Nick Diaz, I'm sorry, is a 4-star in this game. And really, Jorge Masvidal should have the better boxing in this game, as well as the better power. So again, we're at a little bit of a disadvantage like we were in the previous fight. But we're going to go ahead and nullify that with some really crisp boxing as we slip straight him right there. Catch him. Now in this fight, you already see we're throwing a little bit more volume than what we were with Max. And that's just because Jorge Masvidal is really good inside the pocket as well. And we need to keep him at a certain range in order to land our punches to do the most damage that we want to do. So there we're starting to work the body jab as well. Nice body hook right there by us. Working it nicely right here. Drop him right there with a clean 2-piece combination. Now I know you guys are going to say, you went with the double knees to the body, Crooks. Hey, you know what? Knockdowns, anything can happen. Nice front kick by my opponent right there. It gives me something different to look at. So now we need to be a little more cautious when we're entering in the pocket. But notice the big mistake he's making right here is he's staying too much in front of us. So that's allowing us to really mix up body combinations before we go up to the head. And that's kind of what's getting him in a little bit of trouble. But he's trying to speed up his combos, trying to throw back in the pocket to keep us off of him. But right there we landed a nice 2-piece, then a double body hook. And notice how I'm not committing too much to long combination strings. I'm going 1, 1, 2, then maybe 1, 2, 3, then coming back, stepping back, resetting, and then going down to the body. And that's how to effectively box in UFC 5. Right there, another beautifully timed front kick actually breaks our nose right there. So got to stay patient with it. Still popping out that jab. Double jab closes the distance. Still just staying patient with it. And notice how I'm not double jabbing a lot to get inside the pocket. I'm just closing the distance with the footwork. That's something that's going to be new to a lot of you guys that are heading over from UFC 4 as we block him right there. Is using the footwork to close the distance instead of double jabbing. Right there, nice slip uppercut. Gets us the good damage we were looking for, but he hits us with a clean head kick right there. Those kicks are starting to find their home for Masvidal, so we gotta be a little more aware. Right there, caught him with a nice jab straight. Still just taking our time. He misses on his strikes. Crack him right there with a clean jab hook. Hurt him, drop him. And that's going to be the end of the first round. We did a very, very good job outside of getting hit with a lot of, with a couple of front kicks and a roundhouse kick to the head, of really just working our boxing at the proper range. And that's what it's that's what it has to be in UFC 5. If you're going to box effectively, you have to know and understand ranges. And I kind of touched on that in my striking tutorial, but this is what it's going to look like when you're able to master the ranges in UFC 5. So here we're trying to do the same thing we did in the first round. Catch him right there with a clean 3-piece straight off the rip, drop him. And now you can see his face is getting very, very battered. So it's going to open up the body punches now. So right there, hit him with a clean slip hook. He's throwing well rocked, which I wouldn't recommend, but he goes double elbows. Gotta be careful of them things. Them things will put you out fast. Right there, slip straight. Gets the job done with Nick. And that's what I'm saying. When you learn the ranges, those counter opportunities are going to be open for you guys. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.